I'm Puppy. Good morning. Here are the morning tech headlines. Hackers targeted municipal water. Today is August 1st, 2026. We have 6 important tech stories. Here are the key headlines. Story 1. Hackers targeted municipal water systems in 7 states this week, FBI says. Story 2. Hugging Face doesn't want to sue OpenAI. It does want $100 million. Story 3. Google pulls down feature for AI generating fake satellite images on Google Earth. Story 4. At OCP's Taiwan Summit, servers take a back seat to optics and advanced packaging. Story 5. New Google Earth AI tool could fuel misinformation, experts say. Story 6. Major publisher cans $2.4 million book deal after author was accused of using AI. Story 1. Hackers targeted municipal water systems in 7 states this week, FBI says. Cyber attacks hit municipal water and wastewater systems in at least 7 unnamed U.S. states this week, leading the FBI and EPA to warn utilities nationwide that hackers are trying to disrupt critical water infrastructure. Some reported activity degraded operations, and a related Minnesota incident targeted more than 30 municipal water facilities, with hallmarks of Iranian meddling, though the case remains under investigation. Minnesota officials said there was no indication any water supplies were contaminated, but CISA warned that larger water infrastructure attacks have already caused boil water notices and forced sustained manual operations. The attackers focused on specific brands of control systems, remotely accessed internet-facing devices, changed IP addresses and passwords, and caused utilities to lose monitoring and control capabilities. The risk matters now because poorly protected PLCs and exposed control systems can turn cyber intrusions into public service disruption. Source for this story, Slashdot. Orange reflection hackers targeted municipal water is not just novel, it should make us ask where the data goes, how long it stays. Story 2. Hugging Face doesn't want to sue OpenAI. It does want $100 million. Hugging Face CEO Clement DeLange says the company is in good conversations with OpenAI after what he describes as an illegal cyber attack by OpenAI that alarmed cybersecurity experts. Rather than pursuing a lawsuit, DeLange is asking OpenAI to commit $100 million in compute to help the Hugging Face community build stronger cyber defenses. He framed the issue as broader than one company. Hugging Face has about 200 employees and lacks the legal resources or desire to spend time fighting frontier AI firms in court, but he warned that companies whose mistakes lead to cyber attacks must remain accountable. The timing matters because DeLange said AI needs collaboration, not normalization of attacks between companies, and cited Anthropic's recent disclosure after an internal audit spurred by OpenAI's admission. For Taiwan viewers, the risk is that AI-driven intrusions against platforms used by developers and enterprises could become routine unless legal and industry norms clearly deter them. Source for this story, Gizmodo. Orange reflection Hugging Face doesn't want to sue is not just novel, it should make us ask who benefits, who absorbs the cost of me. Story 3. Google pulls down feature for AI generating fake satellite images on Google Earth after it's immediately used to fake terror attacks. Google rolled back a new Google Earth web feature that let users generate fake satellite-style images with Google's Nano Banana 2 model, after it was quickly used to fabricate scenes of terror attacks, war damage, refugee movements, and disasters. The problem was especially serious because Google Earth is widely trusted as a visual record of the planet, including by OSINT researchers monitoring conflict zones. Examples included fake refugees near the Mexican border, a nuclear plant in Iran, a Gaza hospital with a bomb crater, the White House in a war zone with blood and fallen soldiers, and towns altered to show drought, fires, soldiers, or nuclear meltdown effects. Google said generated images carried SynthID watermarks and were not shown in the main Google Earth experience, but tests cited in the article found Gemini could not reliably confirm whether some images were AI-generated. The risk is that fake geospatial imagery, once screenshotted, compressed, and shared, could mislead the public and damage trust in satellite evidence. Source for this story, Futurism. Orange reflection Google pulls down feature for AI is not just novel, it should make us ask who benefits, who absorbs the cost of me. Story 4. At OCP's Taiwan Summit, servers take a back seat to optics and advanced packaging. At this year's OCP APAC Summit in Taiwan, the agenda signals a shift in AI infrastructure priorities. Traditional server topics are taking a back seat to optics and advanced packaging. The notable change is that semiconductor and supply chain players including TSMC, Applied Materials, Advantest, and ASE are appearing alongside cloud and AI leaders Microsoft, Nvidia, and Google. The timing matters because the surrounding industry topics point to intensifying competition around AI chips, memory, substrates, and packaging technologies, including Intel's EMIB-T challenge to TSMC's CoWoS, TSMC's reported EMIB-like response, Samsung's HBM4-based die strategy, and Lite-On's $34.3 million investment in Singapore's DenseLight for InP optics. For Taiwan viewers, the summit matters because Taiwan-linked companies sit at the center of the advanced packaging, testing, substrate, and optical supply chains that determine AI computing capacity, cost, and bottlenecks. The risk is that packaging and optical interconnect constraints may become as strategically important as servers themselves. Source for this story, DigiTimes. Orange reflection at OCP's Taiwan Summit, servers, is not just novel, it should make us ask where the data goes, how long it stays. Story 5. New Google Earth AI tool could fuel misinformation, experts say. Google integrated its Nano Banana 2 image generator into Google Earth, letting users place AI-generated events and objects onto real satellite imagery and coordinates. BBC Verify tested the feature after its Thursday rollout and created fake scenes including a collapsed Eiffel Tower, a sinkhole at the Great Pyramid of Giza, and Russian tanks in Kiev. Google said generated images carry invisible watermarks detectable through Gemini or Lens, but BBC found those safeguards and some third-party detection tools could be fooled into labeling manipulated images as real. Misinformation expert Henk van Es demonstrated fake imagery of a non-existent Iranian nuclear power plant, a US-Mexico border refugee camp, and a Gaza hospital with a bomb crater, warning that invented visuals inherit the credibility of Google Earth. Google later said it is rolling back the feature while building stronger guardrails. Taiwan viewers should care because trusted map-based imagery can shape public judgment during crises, conflicts, disasters, or security incidents. Source for this story, Slashdot. Orange reflection new Google Earth AI tool is not just novel, it should make us ask who benefits, who absorbs the cost of me. Story 6. Major publisher cans $2.4 million book deal after author was accused of using AI, for a very cynical reason. Macmillan US-owned Minotaur canceled a $2.4 million deal for Jerry Falloud's unpublished debut crime novel, Call Me, I'll Hide the Body, after questions emerged about possible AI use in the manuscript. The publisher's concern was not presented as an ethical stand against AI writing, but as a copyright and rights management risk. Agent Sandy Hodgman said they could no longer authenticate how the manuscript evolved from origin to completion, making it unclear whether the work could be fully protected if AI-written passages were involved. AI detectors reportedly found possible fingerprints, though Falloud denies the accusations and says he is innocent. The timing matters because film, TV, and international rights interest had already formed around the book, and several companies stopped selling rights after the withdrawal. For Taiwan viewers, the case shows how AI suspicion alone can damage creative careers, block major deals, and disrupt global publishing rights amid unresolved copyright lawsuits and growing concern over AI-generated books. Source for this story, Futurism. Orange reflection major publisher cans $2.40 million, is not just novel, it should make us ask where the data goes, how long it stays. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Orange888tw. I'm Puppy, see you next time.